Hello, everybody, and welcome to the United Devil with me, JB. How are we all doing this afternoon? I guess some good piece of news to bring you. It's out there already, dropped by Fabrizio, dropped by a lot of other YouTubers as well, so I might as well get in on the action. So Matheus Cunha has officially signed for Manchester United on a 5-year deal till 2030 with an option for an extra year, so 2031. This deal has finally been pushed over the line. I think there is no doubt about this deal. This deal has been in the pipeline for some time. It's just when United were going to officially release the deal. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on that as per usual after we've spoken about the play. So this is a 26-year-old. Just turned 26 as well, so it's not like he's 26 and then he's going to turn 27. So he's just turned 26 in May. Played 33 times for Wolves last year, scoring 15 goals in the Premier League, and then I believe 2 goals in the FA Cup as well. So that's not bad for a number 10. He's a progressive carrier of the ball as well, creates the chances for the striker while having a shot himself, and not bad in the recovery and recycle phase of the ball as well. So all round, getting up that number 10 who can create chances, something that we lacked last year. Somebody who can pick up that ball and create those chances for others. Who passes off those first-time passes. We'll see pass between the lines, get in between those lines as well, and basically start feeding the striker, which again we do need a striker. So I'm really happy with Matheus Cunha. I think it's a good deal. Have we paid over the years? I think we've paid probably there or thereabouts. So in terms of this Ineos value for player, the value will come in what he can provide for the team. I don't think this is not a player that we're going to make into a world star. I think that we're not in that position to do that. But what he will do and what he does do for this team, he gets that ball, picks up, looks to create something for the team, and chips in with a goal here and there as well. So 15 goals in the Premier League is more than any of our players last year. So Cunha is going to be, I think, vital to that plan for next year. Playing in one of the number 10 roles now. Mbeumo has a plan, obviously there. If he signs, again to play him there. So I think having that Mbeumo to me is more of a winger. More of a kind of quick, powerful player. So you kind of going to have those two contrasts in that number 10, where Mbeumo is that kind of power. Here's me talking like we've already signed the player. And there's reports today that, and they still won't go away, that Spurs are going to just try to hijack that deal. So until that deal is signed, I'm pretty confident that we're going to sign him. But Mbeumo, until he's holding up the shirt, again, I worry about that, just like with everything we do based on past history. So Cunha, what's he going to bring to the team? I think he's going to bring the fire to the team. I think that he's going to possibly upset a couple of players around him, just in terms of, I think he's going to call for the ball. I think he's going to demand the ball, and I think he's going to pick it up, and I don't think he's going to be too scared of letting other players around him know exactly what he thinks. And to that end, I really hope that he's protected and allowed to do that. So when they finish the game, and I hope he is allowed to express himself in that way. I don't mind the fieriness of him. So discipline-wise, I think he had 3 yellow cards last year. Again, that's not the sort of end of the world. We need a player with a bit of bite, and that's really what I'm looking forward to with this player. Is he's going to bring some of that bite. He's going to bring some of that kind of attitude into a team, which I'm hoping will feed other players. He has played for Atletico Madrid as well, so he knows exactly what it's like to play in like a cauldron, to have the fans on your back, to play that kind of style as well. So I'm really looking forward to Cunha, and obviously he's welcome here. So even if he doesn't hit the ground, I really hope the fan base give him patience, because we're going to be playing in a system that I think he will be absolutely fine with, in a position that he's fine with. But as per always, we seem to get these new players in, and we kind of do stuff to them. So fingers crossed that that's not going to happen to Cunha. Now, the timing of this, in fact, I'll probably go to the statement first. So there is a statement, and I'll kind of just skim read over this. So Matias has basically said in that when he was a child in Brazil, he watched Premier League clubs in his grandma's house, and he always dreamed of wearing the United shirt, and he wants to thank his whole family to make his dream come true, which is really, really nice. Now, obviously, you're not going to come to a club and say that, you wore a different club's top, but, the fact that he wants to be here, the fact that he chose to come to the club, Arsenal were in for him as well at one point. Forest was seriously considering him as well. The only caveat to that is that I think this was from a transfer and how we're going to rate the transfer. I rate the transfer. I think it's at least a 7.5 out of 10. The difficulty in getting this player was not difficult at all. Let's just be fair on this one. It is not like they had to battle anybody else as much as other parties had an interest. I think the price tag of 62 million and £200,000 a year for best part of 6 years, I think probably put other teams off. This is something that we still have to do. Are we overpaying for Cunha? He was on 150,000 at Wolves, so 200,000 is not a massive leap, really. So I think in terms of that, I think maybe the salary would maybe put some people off. But, we've had to do what we've got to do. And this could be, of all the other signings that we're potentially looking at in all the positions, this could be the one. I think people are, including myself, are nailed on. He's going to be a good player. I think he's going to start the season extremely well. Depending on the players around him, he may get frustrated at the lack of quality behind him, and depending on who we sign up in front of him as well. But I think this could be one of the most important signings. I seem to be saying that about a lot of the signings that we potentially will make, but I really think that Cunha could be that one. He could be that changer for us, particularly in the quality and the way that he may drive players on. So I'm really, really pleased with this particular signing. I'm not going to praise United in how they've got him. It's a good signing, but we definitely need more players like this one. And if we can do 3 or 4 more like this, then I think we'll definitely stand a good chance. Now, the timing of this, is there any real surprise that that the timing of this coincides with the setbacks that we have? So in Bumo, I'm really surprised that nothing's come up yet. And yes, so Brentford are holding out for an amount of money. Their manager's just gone to Spurs and whatever else, but we just need to go get this done. We should go and get this deal done, and I don't know why we're holding back. Is it financial reasons? Again, I have explained that in a video this morning. PSR, we're absolutely fine on PSR. We do some manipulation in our books which makes PSR look absolutely fine, but the cash basically I don't believe is there. So are we pivoting slightly to a striker, so to make sure that we've got the funds there to get a striker in? I'd love to know your opinion on that. Are we stalling on the Mbermo deal by a week or two, so we can get that striker, so we know that we've got that flexibility financially to get that striker. So we know, because the striker market now is getting less and less and less. Ekitike looks like he's going to Chelsea or Liverpool. Osherman, I don't know what he's doing. I know there's a lot of talks around that as to where he's going to go and why he's been very quiet on that. And the Gyökeres saga as well rumbles on. So outside of those, Calvert-Lewin is free, and I do not want Calvert-Lewin maybe as a backup striker behind Obi, fine, but basically on a minimum wage. But he cannot be our go-to striker, and that's my fear. So I think if I want to get all these deals done. Liverpool are getting their business done. I've already said that today. They've got their business done. City have got their business done. So Nipan, who we were looking at, good enough for City, but we've not taken a player who was 15 million. I just don't understand why we don't go and get those players, but that's fun. But the timing of this just really smacks like there's nothing else happening. All the talk of like the striker, we need to temper that down. There's no other deals, but what better way than through the middle of the week to get a feel-good story in for Cunha. So I almost feel like we're not allowed to enjoy these signings, because in my mind, instead of the player just coming out and just, if it was last week, fantastic. But I always feel like there's an angle. There has to be some sort of angle for them to, instead of just putting it out there that we signed this player and we really want this player, there always has to be some sort of angle, all right? And it just takes the shine off of the signings, because I know that the strategic part of that communication team is to kind of keep the levels up. So just when the fan base is about to turn, because we're not signing a striker, and Mbeumo is late, people are starting to panic. What can we do? And here it is. So for me, it just takes that edge off and that shine off. But all is good. We've got a new player in. Every player that comes in is great. I'm really excited about this player. I think he's going to be brilliant. I think he's going to carry the ball, create opportunities for people, and score some goals himself. And if he can get anywhere near those numbers that he did last year, then we're going to steadily rise up that table. And I think may this be the start of more to come. So I'd love to know what your thoughts on it. If you think this is a good signing, if you've paid too much money, what your thoughts are on the transfer window so far. We've signed one player. How you think this is going to go, and I look forward to hearing that. And as per usual, if anything happens, I'll jump back on. I'll let you guys know, and have a good